will be Sister Lena Brown. Again, they're in the point of the Bible study. Brother Brown, you have our attention, please.
Well, Lena, we have a nice study for us today as we're going to be learning about three specific titles that the Bible refers to Jehovah in. But before we go into that, I'd like to just do a brief review of what we covered last week on our study. And so last time we talked about how Jehovah God wants us to get to know who he is. And of course, it first starts, of course, with his name. And of course, we talked about that. You know what Jehovah's name is, right? Mm-hmm. It's Jehovah, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, I told you the answer. Mm-hmm. Now, also, we learned last week that Jehovah God wants us to know his name and he wants us to use it. Now, why does he want us to use it?
Because he is the creator.
Yeah, he is. And also, we talked about how if you had a friend who say that they're close to you, but they always call you girl, hey girl, let's go do this. Hey girl, let's go do that. How would you like that?
I wouldn't like it.
No, you wouldn't like that. So Jehovah feels the same way we do. So he wants us to use his name. And we also talked about what the meaning of Jehovah God's name is. Do you remember that?
Causes to become.
All right, good. He causes to become. Good. So this week we'll be covering paragraphs 16 and 17. And here we're going to talk about three specific titles: the Almighty, King of Eternity, and Creator. So why don't you go ahead and read paragraph 16 and I'll read 17.
Okay. We saw that Psalms 83:18 said of Jehovah, "You alone are the Most High." Similarly, Jehovah alone is referred to as the Almighty. Revelation 15:3 says, "Great and wonderful are your works, Jehovah God the Almighty. Righteous and true are your ways, King of eternity." The title the Almighty teaches us that Jehovah is the most powerful being there is. His power is unmatched, it is supreme. And the title King of Eternity reminds us that Jehovah is unique in another sense. He alone has always existed. Psalms 90 verse 2 says, "From everlasting to everlasting you are God." That thought inspires awe, does it not?
Okay, good. Jehovah is also unique in that he alone is the creator. Revelation chapter 4 verse 11 reads, "You are worthy, Jehovah our God, to receive the glory and the honor and the power, because you created all things, and because of your will they came into existence and were created. Everything that you can think of, from the invisible spirit creatures in heaven to the stars that fill the night sky, to the fruit that grows on the trees, to the fish that swim in the oceans and rivers, all of it exists because Jehovah is the creator." Okay, so we have a three-part question here. What can we learn about Jehovah from the following titles? A, the Almighty.
It teaches us that Jehovah is a powerful being there is.
All right, very good. He's the most powerful being. Now, interestingly, here in the paragraph, use a couple of words here, unmatched and supreme. So when you hear those two words, what do you think of?
It reminds me of the ultimate pizza.
Oh, okay. Good. It's got everything on it, right? Mm-hmm. And it's better than all other pizzas. So Jehovah God's the same way. He's better than any being that has ever existed or will ever exist. Very good. Now, our next one is, what do we learn from the title King of Eternity?
He has always existed.
That's right. So did Jehovah have a beginning?
No.
Will he have an end?
No.
No, very good. So that's a very hefty title right there Jehovah God has. Now, our C question asks, what can we learn about Jehovah from the fact that he's called the creator? Our C question.
Everything exists because Jehovah is the creator and he made it.
Okay, so everything Jehovah created?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. So what about the mosquitoes that seem to annoy us from time to time?
Yeah.
What about spiders that we're afraid of sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he created everything living, right? But then we think about, the wonderful things like pandas and beautiful birds and flowers. Jehovah created those too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So, nice lesson. We had a lot here that we were able to appreciate with those titles for Jehovah. And so as you think about those titles here, does these make you feel closer to Jehovah or does it make you kind of afraid?
Closer.
Yeah. And that's what Jehovah wants for us to do, be close to him. Now, next week when we study, I want you to prepare in advance, like you did this one. You did a great job. We have the subheading there, can you be close to Jehovah? So next week I want you to prepare 18 and also 19, and that's what we'll cover so that we can get a greater understanding of how we can be closer to Jehovah God. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, good. Look forward to next week.
Okay.